He looked at our newborn daughter, saw her dark skin, and instantly accused me of cheating, leaving me alone right there in the hospital. He called me horrific names, destroyed our nursery, and spread racist lies about our child being a welfare princess. But a DNA test revealed the shocking truth: not only was he the father, but his family held a secret that explained everything. The moment my daughter was born should have been pure joy. But when my husband Jim looked at her, his face changed. Her skin was darker than we expected. Right then and there, in the hospital room still filled with the sounds of new life, he accused me of cheating. The emotional stress was immediate. He was furious, full of anger, and the pain of his words cut deeper than any physical discomfort from childbirth. It felt like our world turned cold in an instant. Then he just left. He walked out of the hospital, leaving me completely alone and overwhelmed. The nurses seemed unsure what to do, offering little comfort. Getting home was a nightmare. Jim refused to pick me up. When I finally got to our house, my things were thrown out on the lawn. He had changed the locks. I couldn't get into my own homes. The shock was immense, the hurt unbearable. This was complete abandonment. With nowhere else to go, I had to call my parents. They took me in, providing shelter and support. My mother became my rock, my only source of hope. Without them, I would have faced real housing instability. It didn't stop there. Soon after, Jim texted me pictures of the nursery room, completely bare. He had gotten rid of everything. All the baby items we picked out together, some were gifts, things that held sentimental value. Gone. He even destroyed my art studio in our house. I love to paint, it's part of my identity. He told me my work was awful anyway. It felt like cruel emotional abuse. The financial loss was substantial, but the attack on my passion hurt more. He refused to speak to me directly. Instead, he told everyone, his family, our friends, that I had cheated. He posted about it on social media. The stigma was instant. People called me terrible names. His family joined in, making racist comments, calling my precious daughter a welfare princess, saying I'd just be another struggling baby mama. I felt so much shame. So much fear for my child's future because of this discrimination. I was completely isolated, under constant attack. Weeks went by like this. I focused on taking care of my new baby, trying to cope with the emotional pain. Jim finally agreed to do a paternity test. The anxiety waiting for the results was intense. What if something unexpected showed up? But I knew deep down I hadn't cheated. The first test results came back, 100% probability Jim was the father. His family couldn't believe it. They made him take a second test. The results were the same. The evidence was clear, undeniable proof. Around that same time, a cousin of Jim's did one of those ancestry DNA tests. The results showed something surprising: about 30% African ancestry in their family line. This news, combined with the paternity test results, brought a hidden family secret to light. Jim's paternal great-grandmother finally admitted she'd had an affair many, many years ago, around the time Jim's grandfather was born. Because the child looked white enough, she just assumed her husband was the father and never said anything. This secret, buried for generations, explained my daughter's beautiful skin. The truth was finally out. Suddenly, Jim and his entire family wanted to apologize. And yes, part of me felt good knowing I was right, that the truth was known. But the damage was done. I couldn't just forget the horrible things they said, the racist remarks, the cruel conduct. He had shown me the worst side of himself, and he did it so easily. My anxiety was high. How could I ever trust them around my child again? What would happen the next time they got angry? Jim started trying to fix the nursery, asking me what I liked now. It just made me cry. We already had what I liked, things chosen with love, things he destroyed. Some items simply couldn't be replaced. My emotional connection to him felt broken. I told him honestly, you showed me your worst self. And I don't know if I can live with that image of you. It wasn't meant to be hurtful, it was just the plain truth of how I felt. My sister suggested we try couples therapy, maybe some counseling could help. We started doing sessions, mostly over telecom, because living together was not an option. During one of these sessions, Jim confessed something else, something that felt like another deep betrayal. He admitted that he had cheated on me while we were dating, before he even proposed. All his anger, his quick accusations, his abandonment of me and our baby. It was projection. He was so ready to believe our daughter wasn't his because he felt guilty about his own secrets. He saw it as an easy way out of the marriage. Now, knowing she is biologically his child, he says he regrets everything and just wants his family back. Hearing this made it even harder to trust him. His desire to fix things felt more about him being stuck with the responsibility now, not about understanding the incredible pain and abuse he put me through. So here's where things stand now. I am legally separated from my husband. A court order grants me primary custody of our daughter. I'm still living with my parents. Their support system is crucial for me right now. I do let Jim have supervised contact with his daughter sometimes, but honestly, I'm still afraid to even physically hand her over to him. He keeps asking me to come back home. He even offered to leave the house so I could stay there with the baby, but I don't want to. His parents tried to pressure me into letting them see their grandchild during the holidays. When I refused, they called me selfish. They tried to act like their past abuse and discrimination wasn't a big deal. I had to remind them I still had screenshots, evidence of their hateful words. Adding another twist to this complex situation, my own ancestry test results came back recently. It turns out I also have about 20% African ancestry. It just adds another layer to my identity and everything we've been through. This story, my story, is definitely not finished. There are so many questions left unanswered. Can our marriage survive this level of betrayal, abandonment, and racist abuse? Is forgiveness really possible? How can I ever rebuild trust or respect for him or his family? What is truly in the best interest of my child as she grows up in this complicated situation? Will I find the strength to continue as a single mother, or is there a path to repairing this broken relationship? There are no easy answers, no quick fixes. These challenges are ongoing. Making the right decision for myself and my daughter will take time, careful thought, and likely more professional help and guidance. Finding resources for emotional support and perhaps legal advice regarding our separation and custody feels necessary now. The future is very uncertain. What do you think? Can trust be rebuilt after something like this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this story helpful for your English practice or connected with the emotional journey, please give it a like, share it with others. And subscribe to our channel for more stories to help you learn English. We appreciate your support and hope to see you in the next video.